Super Sport. Instead of me going to pay 100 naira at the viewing center, let me just come into your barber's shop and watch the Super Sport.
So you spoke to people, and that's
Yes,
why
ma'am.
you know. So how many barbers do you have? Because when I look at the costs that are here,
ma'am.
and I look at the price that you're talking about, I actually still don't think you're going to be able to generate sufficient cash to pay back this loan. So do you have 5 barbers, 10 barbers? How are you making sure that you're leveraging all this cash that you've spent?
Currently now, we have 2 barbers with me, making 3. So at least at once, we're going to be barbering for 4 people. That is our target. So because eventually when we launch out, we want to employ 1 barber with whom each of them, we want to be giving them 7,000 per month. And 7,000 per month. We're going to follow our generic.
Okay, let's talk about just
one last, yes, I just have one last comment. I still think the fact that you spent nearly 1 million and you're not up and running is an issue. And I actually don't think you've quite thought through what you need to do. You still need some help. But given the renewed enthusiasm which you've presented, perhaps if I were to think about putting money in this, I could sit down and engage.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, the ball is now in my court as the only gentleman on this panel.
The only person that
And who
cuts
doesn't need a barber?
I think I just came from the barbers actually, and maybe it cost me 200 naira to cut my hair. So, yes, actually in some places in Lagos, you still cut your hair for 200 naira. And 500 naira for me is not cheap anywhere in Lagos. You see, when you're establishing a business, you have a business plan. You assess, there are 4 things to consider from the marketing perspective. We all know the 4 P's of marketing. You say, what are the things that are important? Your product. Of course, you want to enhance your product by saying you want to make the environment nicer, you want to have the air conditioning, all well and good. You have to consider your pricing. Your pricing has to be appropriate for the next P, which is the place. The place relates to who's in the area, the location, the environment, and the rest of it. And then maybe you have some promotion. So you've addressed the 4 Ps, right? In your case, you seem to be fixated on addressing the Yahoo population, as you put it. But is that population enough to support your business in that area? I hate to believe that all the guys in Alimosho are Yahoo boys. So maybe you've seen 10 Yahoo boys who told you they want somewhere to be comfortable. Okay, fine. All of them come every month. They give you 5,000 naira. Who else is going to come? Can your price attract the right people there? No, because you've priced yourself out of the market, and you probably would not be able to sustain all these things you mentioned. In your business plan, you said you want to get, in your pitch, you said you have start times, you have this. I don't see all this in your plan. So you are saying things that you have not budgeted for. So probably you need to go back to the drawing board, establish that what you're planning to do is going to work. You don't necessarily have to provide all these things, because you have to consider the return on your investment. If you invest all these things and all you're going to do is get a further 200 naira, but then drive down the volume of people coming to your business, then you have no business. So you really need to rethink your strategy and make sure you are executing that strategy in the right location and for the right people. Otherwise, your business is not going to make a headway. Personally, the way it's presented, I would not be very interested in investing.
I think that so far you have over-invested in the business. 678,000 already spent. Your rent is only 230-something thousand, which one would naturally think would be the highest cost for a barbing salon. Then when you check everything else that you've invested on, you find that quite a number of those things are not essential to the business. Remember what we said. do not despise the days of humble beginnings. Starting small means start in a way that you can build on the business using the limited resources that you have. If you started out with 678,000, you already had more than enough for you to run a barbing salon. On your budget, you've already covered funds, and you've set up the place. You clippers and everything. I'm sure that from what you wrote in your business plan, by the time you got to about 400,000, you should be running already. So you have also, you want to give the best, and within the context of the price in the neighborhood where you want to operate, you want to charge half the price, which means you're creating value for which you will not get value. Because you said viewing centers alone charge 100 naira per view. You want to provide free viewing center, and that cost is not taken into, you are not recognizing that cost. Ultimately, even if you get all the money you need to get started, that business will not be able to support itself eventually, because you will soon find out, like Femi said, your customer has not been defined in a sustainable manner. Because it's not about having that type of customer in that place. It's about having more than enough of that type of customer that can continuously buy your service and keep your business going. Don't forget that Femi said he just came from the barbers. When are you going to the barbers next?
Another 3 weeks.
It will take another 2 to 3 weeks. So you're not selling food. It's not an everyday need. You've got to have enough replacement customer for you to continue in business. So go back. You've tied up a lot of money. But next time you're doing this, a lot of what you want to do, you don't need. Air conditioning, you could plan for as part of phase 2 of your business. You start first and you start to generate cash flow. From the cash flow, you can increase the value as you can see that the market justifies it. So we can't give you additional money purely because you've already spent more than you need, and it will be a waste of resources. Thank you very much.
Ignite, from dreams to reality.
When searching for a good bank, you have to be very discerning, so you don't get one thing and miss out on others. Well, your search is over at First Bank. We offer a variety of products and services made with you in mind. From flexible loans, easy access to cash, bill payments from anywhere in the world, to savings for the little ones. Make that switch today. Contact us to learn more about the many products and services we have designed for your convenience. First Bank, truly the first.
Ignite, from dreams to reality.
Ms. Awoshika said something, that one thing we are going to gain here, if not any other thing, is that there's what we call consultation for free. The contacts I've established here is going to last me a lifetime.
The most part that I've really loved and I've embraced, because I know it's going to do me a lot of favor, is the part of knowing your market. When you want to do something and you don't even know the right people to go and offer those things, then you might just be missing it.
I've learned so much here, and I believe that after here, what I've learned so far here will scale up my business and will make it get to the next level.
I've learned to start small if you are small. Before, I used to think I was big because I was into computer programming and I've done a big project for someone before, but I didn't have enough track record to continue that set of business. So now that I've learned from here, I learned that I can start from a very small scale and scale my projects, my program, my business into a bigger business.
Ignite, from dreams to reality.
My name is Ajewale Okoyemi Mary. I'm here to propose a business, to propose the establishment of a fashion house named the Teina House of Fashion. Teina House of Fashion is a high street fashion house that is targeted at the young, hip, and trendy, as against haute couture and prêt-à-porter. Yes, we want to clothe everybody in Nigeria. It's possible. We intend to operate as an alternative to existing clothing lines and differentiate ourselves by our marketing strategies, having retail outlets, affordability, exclusiveness, and great customer service. The key message associated with Teina Fashion House is quality, affordability, and creativity. You might want to ask, what's the plenty English I've been talking about, haute couture, pret-à-porter? Let me give you an insight into all of that. Fashion dates back to ancient times, and since then there has been classes of fashion. The first class is haute couture, which means high elegance. It's a fashion word, which means high elegance. Pret-à-porter, it's interpreted in English as ready to wear. And high street fashion. High elegance is reserved for the very rich people, people with 6-digit salaries. Pret-à-porter is reserved for people in the medium income level, and high street fashion in abroad is not present here in Nigeria. These are some other things that what we want to capitalize. These are some other things some other loopholes in the fashion industry are what us in Teina House of Fashion want to capitalize as opportunities. With my 3 years experience in retail merchandising and business, I think I can support the growth of this business. The startup cost is estimated at about 1.6 million naira, and the annual gross sales is projected to grow at 30% to 50% annually. The story, the summary of everything I've been saying is, as against what we have, our counterparts abroad have, there is no such thing as high street fashion in Nigeria. What we have is a fusion of high couture, haute couture, and pret-à-porter. We want to produce mass quality of clothing for people, for an average Nigeria. This and many want to explore the beauty of African fabrics, want to domesticate international standard, and bring the best to our customers. Thank you.
Okay, first taker.
I want to appreciate her comments. I thank her for what she has said so far. But I'm more interested in what she wants to use the 1.6 million for and when she is going to return, the payback period. And of course, what will be her equity share?
Okay, can you answer?
Okay, thank you, Ma. You said, what would I be doing with 1.6 million naira? I want to explain the concept of high street fashion. High street fashion is a type of fashion, is a class of fashion that invest in a mass production of clothes. Have you ever wondered why Primark stores in London have shirts falling off their stores in seconds? It's because they produce stylish quality with regular prices that are affordable to everybody. That is, and it's capital intensive because it is mass production of things. We'll be making the clothes, yeah. Teina House of Fashion will be making the clothes here in Nigeria, exploring the beauty of our fabrics and helping our textile mill to develop. We want to achieve a major economic feat in the world, because as it is today, the fashion industry is supposed to contribute a larger percentage of our GDP as our foreign counterparts. That's what we want to do. We want to sew them, we want to make them in mass in our country here in Nigeria. There won't be need to import anything.
Okay, guys. I think we'll start with Femi.
Fantastic presentation. You have the right ideas, but unfortunately, maybe your ideas are premature. Reason being that thinking of high street fashion, first